People are a mess. I'm a mess. You're a mess. We're all a mess without Christ. And the world without Christ is a mess. It reminded me of when I was asked to take the Christ out of Christmas. See, when I was in college, I was a kindergarten teacher. Now let's go ahead and see the picture and savor the opportunity for some laughter. That's right. That's right. By letting you be privy to this picture of me, you can never complain about any hairdo that I ever have ever again, because it will never be this bad ever again. It was, now, for my excuse, it was the late 80s, my friends. And so, it was the time that I call the WWIT years, the what was I thinking years. And I was in a garage band, and so the wilder hair and the bigger the hair, the better, right? And so now, friends, I just, so that you can get your terms correct, this is not a mullet. All right? This was actually fondly called a mane, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not horsing around, that's me, all right? So, and I really was a kindergarten teacher. Poor kids, in that school. I sure hope that their flashbacks have not been too debilitating to their potential in life. But the director of the kindergarten called me into her office. And she said, Steve, every year we put on a giant winter program where hundreds of kids just sing all kinds of fun Christmas songs and carols, and all the parents and the grandparents pack in the place. And this year we want to make it extra special. Now, we know that you like to play guitar. I had just started learning, right? We know you like to write songs. I had written one. And we know you like to sing. Well, that's debatable. So this year we would like for you to write and sing a Christmas song as the grand finale of the kids' winter program. Now, being a fledgling songwriter, a 3-chord guitar strummer, that's all I knew, and a Christian, I thought to myself, well, this is great. I will get to write and play and sing about Jesus. And with hundreds upon hundreds of parents and grandparents coming, it'll be about the biggest gig I've had so far, So I said out loud, I sure will. But I think she knew enough about me, being a Christian, that she then looked me in the eye and she said, but Steve, you just can't write about anything religious. And I thought to myself, nothing religious for Christmas? Are you kidding me? Really? But out loud, all I said was, okay, I'll give it a try. And I did try all week long. I was learning new chords, trying to come up with new riffs. And I was trying to come up with cute lyrics about snowmen and reindeer and the big guy in red, or whatever would inspire some kind of Christmas song out of me. But nothing was coming to me, nothing at all. So the day before the program, I went to the director and I said, look, I have tried, but I have not come up with anything for a Christmas song. Should we just cancel my part in it? And she said, Steve, I have faith in you. You're going to come up with something. Just keep the words God and Jesus out of it. Well, with her words of faith and keeping God and Jesus out of it ringing around in my head, I went home. I gave up on learning new chords. I just started strumming the same old 3 chords of the same tune of the only song that I had written to that point. But as I was strumming those same old lame 3 chords, somebody somewhere started giving me words to a Christmas song. So the morning before the program, I went to the director and I said, hey, last night I was able to write a Christmas song. And it does not have the words God or Jesus in it anywhere. But I'm not sure that you're going to like it. She said, oh, Steve, it'll be great. And I can't wait to hear it tonight. Well, the night of the program came, and there were hundreds of people everywhere, like it had been every year, and the kids sang their hearts out as always. But it was the first year that not one carol had been sung, not one reference or not one mention of the Christ of Christmas, or the God who sent him for us. And when the kids were all done singing, they went back into their classrooms and waited for the end. And now it was my turn. I knew the parents, they were restless to pick up their kids, and leave and take pictures and have cookies. I also knew that the kids were probably restless and ready to go. I knew that the song could maybe cause a stir. I knew that there was even an uneasy feeling in my stomach that didn't want to do what I was about to do. I almost chickened out. But then the curtain opened. And no backing out now. And I said, hey, everybody, you know me. I'm one of your kindergarten teachers. And, well, I've been asked to write and sing a Christmas song for you tonight. Now, I've also been nicely and politely asked not to write about anything religious. Nervous chuckle throughout the crowd. What? So this next song doesn't have the words God or Jesus in it anywhere. Another nervous chuckle. What are you going to do? So just sit back and meditate on this fun little ditty on Christmas. It goes something like this. Yeah, here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, Larry Yancey. I'm gonna tell you about Christmas, yeah. Aluminum, evergreen trees, tumbling about in the winter breeze. For some odd, peculiar reason, oh, I forgot it's the Christmas season. Santa Claus here and Santa Claus there. Santa Claus even at the shopping square. If Saint Nick were here, he'd probably say, don't you remember why they call me a saint? But I see a star over Bethlehem. Kinda says what Christmas is all about. I want to go, I want to tell every soul, but I forgot that's not allowed. Oh yeah. I look down and the director is looking up at me like this. I said, well, Rule B43-9XYZ of the American Way Handbook says that if you want to celebrate a certain special holiday intended to honor a certain special someone, well, don't talk about that certain special someone, but rather talk about really groovy things like, well, jingle bells all over the town, sleigh bells making people get down, dashing through the polluted snow to go to the mall to spend all of our dough. Come on, take a big old chug of that strange concoction they call eggnog, dip in the candy cane, cause of course Christmas would never be the same. But I see a star over Bethlehem, kinda says what Christmas is all about. I want to go, I want to tell every soul, but I forgot, yeah, that's not allowed. Yeah, alright, oh yeah. I said, the smiling faces of singing children all around, they kind of remind you of what Christmas is all about. But before these smiling faces were ever born on this earth, there was a babe born in Bethlehem under a star. Now, you have no idea as to who I'm talking about, because there are many babes born each year in Bethlehem, and there are many stars in the Bethlehem sky, so you have no clue as to who I am talking about. We the people people, we're so proud. We know what Christmas is all about. Good thing we believe the full-fledged truth. Santa and Rudolph are on our roof, but I see a star over Bethlehem. Kinda says what Christmas is all about. I want to go, I want to tell every soul, but I forgot, yeah, that's not allowed. Yeah, it ain't allowed no more. Well, I hope I haven't been offensive, defensive, oppressive, or just plain lost all of my five senses. But off in the distance, I think you might see, I think you see exactly what I see, and I see a star over Bethlehem. Kinda says what Christmas is all about. I want to go, I want to tell every soul, but I forgot, yeah, that's not allowed. Yeah, it ain't allowed no more. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't you know in the land of freedom, freedom, justice, and truth, don't you know the truth ain't allowed no more? So Merry Christmas with all of my love. Merry Christmas from above. And of course you don't know who I'm talking about there either. Have yourself a very merry, baby, Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what. Oh man. Oh man. Oh. Well, to my surprise, everybody did start clapping and cheering. Now, the director still did not look so happy. So I did what any strong man of faith and conviction would have done. I slipped backstage, hid in the bathroom. That's what I did. And but after a while, God seemed to come to me there in the bathroom, and it was like he said, Steve, you don't have to be afraid. And besides, it's just kind of awkward talking to you sitting on the john. So just come on out of the bathroom. So I came out of the bathroom, and when I did, parents were saying, great song. Grandparents were saying, way to go, we needed to hear that. It was fantastic. It was so encouraging. But it did not alleviate the sinking feeling that I had that the job I loved was probably now on the line. Still a little scared of the director's response, I quickly picked up my guitar and snuck out the back way. As I came into the school the next day, I was expecting that I could be fired. But nobody said anything bad. The director didn't even scold me. All I got were compliments, even from the director. I was like, what happened? The whole week was more of the same. I didn't know what had happened until I received a Christmas card in the mail a couple weeks later from the only person in the school with more authority than the director. It was the owner. And it said, thanks, Steve, for a great song with a great reminder of the great message of what Christmas is really all about. Whoa. I got to share Christ, the Christ of Christmas, with others in my world, and I didn't lose my job. And even better, the school kept a couple Christmas carols in their program every year after that. They were probably just a little scared I might come back and write another song. But I learned something that night. If I have been given good news, if I have received good news, if I have found love and comfort, help and healing and hope in good news, then I'm supposed to live in that good news, receive that good news, live it, but also to share it in my world around me. Sometimes it will be well received in my world. Sometimes the world around me wants nothing of it. But that's okay. Good news was meant to be shared anyway, no matter whether it's welcome or not, whether it's allowed or not.